Salutations everyone, this is Razor bringing you guys another Smash 5 wish list for buffs and nerfs to characters from Smash 4. Getting right into it, let's go with Ike. I preferred him as the faster, slimmer version in Brawl, as he was my main back then, but he's not that terrible in Smash 4. Sure, you never saw him place in any tournaments where it wasn't a local starring Rio, but let's say he's still bulky on Switch and we have to make some adjustments there. So, once again, I think Dare should be 3 frames instead of 2. Just to keep things consistent with the spikes. I think it'd be cool if Ether could heal Ike if he hits the enemy, like Ether does in Fire Emblem. It doesn't have to be a lot, obviously. It'd just kind of be like a nice little thing. It can scale or not, but since it's a bad recovery and won't hit people often anyway, the fact that he doesn't have the pluses that most heavies do, let's just say let it scale. His dash attack could be quicker considering, you know, it's pretty strong and a decent way at killing, but maybe you can make his knockback lower but still make it faster. I mean, it's slower and weaker than Cloud's, but then again, whose isn't? Otherwise, he just needs a not bottom 2 recovery and he might have a fighting chance to compete. I get that his counter won't be as great as Marth's, but maybe we can make it better at countering projectiles so he can act out of it faster. Obviously, you won't be able to do anything offensively with it, but it'd be kind of a neat balance. So if you counter a projectile, you kind of have less lag than a normal counter from, you know, a Marth or a Lucina or something like that. Robin. Robin has the same issue as a lot of characters like Bowser Jr., which I mentioned before. You can't make them better without making them oppressive, without changing them as a character, as their core. Checkmate is amazingly consistent across the board and is for an insane percentile range, it's true. The dual jabs are great and the Levin sword mechanic is alright. Maybe instead of Nosferatu, something useful, and make Elwind either more useful offensively or more useful as a recovery, because right now it leaves a bit to be desired. Duck Hunt. I think Duck Hunt is pretty decent where he is, but it could be a little better. All his throws are weight dependent and have no follow-ups, and the down special is terrible in pretty much every way. The fastest version is frame 53 and the slowest is frame 89. That's way too big of a disparity, especially considering it does next to no damage, no knockback, and it's a tiny, tiny projectile. So there's really almost nothing good about the thing unless you just want to hit the can that direction. So just make something about it good. Just something. Kirby. Okay now. My son, my Kirby, don't do him dirty again. There's a reason the 2 best Kirbys in the world are Sonic mains. Kirby needs some help, guys. He deserves it. Just look how hard he tries. I know he was good in 64, but that game can now legally vote and drink in most countries. It's been a while. Since then, he's been relegated to utter obscurity, with his Smash 4 claim to fame being taking Mr. Arshik to a last stock, last hit situation in pools, and then losing. That's his greatest accomplishment after nobody used him in Brawl. So how do we fix this so he can maybe beat up characters that aren't Majin Buu? First off, I want the percentage range and weight range that up tilt can combo into things to be more. Make up throw more of a legitimate kill throw that doesn't require landing on top of a high platform to be decent. I want a new Nair. His current one has no uses. Back air is better in every situation. Off stage because of knockback, stage spiking because it's 4 frames faster, and above the stage because it's just not as laggy. And you could follow up from it, whereas the Nair is just so laggy, you get punished if you miss, you get punished even if you do with the hit with it, and you can't follow up after it. It does more damage, and it can't be punished after landing, much like Nair can. Give him a new Nair, or make his current one much better, like frame 3, like Mario Bros, or frame 5, like Ness. Give it knockback and not as laggy. He's currently tied with Phox, Pikachu, and Olimar as the 5th lightest character in the game. But you might notice Phox, Pikachu, and Olimar are pretty good in this game, and Kirby isn't. So his weight is okay, I guess. But considering how much better those other 3 are, he's hurt by that lightweight a lot more. He needs more power and or combo potential to justify that light weight. Forward throw is great, but only at very, very low percents. And past that, down throw is the best just because of the damage, because there's no follow-ups off of any throw past the low percents. Also, give him any, even if it's just one true combo, into Inhale. As of right now, he literally has 0, which is kind of silly considering how slow Inhale is and how little you can potentially get out of either copying somebody or exhaling them right afterwards. King DDD. King DDD is already perfect, is a sentence I'd like to say, but I won't because he is quite flawed. The fact that you can wiggle out of his up special is nice, but it would be even nicer, like the other stall and falls in the game like Yoshi and Bowser's, if he could snap to ledge when he's coming down. That way you don't have to wiggle out of it, in which case you could land on the stage or the ledge to where he's going to be quite vulnerable when he's coming back down because of how slow it is. The fact that his charged jet hammer is weaker than his forward smash, it's just straight up hilariously wrong. Every other super heavyweight and even most heavyweights have some pretty good follow-ups on throws, kill combos for Bowser and DK, his kind of like weight partners in crime, whilst the King has none. So fix that. Give him some sort of follow-up or a kill combo off of the throw like the others do to make him somewhat viable. A lot of people want his old back air back, and while I can't say I'm an expert on that subject, his back air is his main way of killing right now. That could be faster, and if he gets other ways of killing, it could be weaker and become more of a gimping move like how it seems to be in Brawl or PM. Meta Knight. He's in a pretty good spot where he is, and yes, is nerfed heavily from Brawl as he should be, but I don't like that his side special doesn't really have any offensive use, and Mach Tornado is really only good at reading tournament winners and nothing else, as it'll take quite a while to kill off of the top once you're already high up in the air. It's just such a cool move, make it more useful for when you hit it, and that's pretty much all it for Meta Knight. Phox. Phox is pretty darn good, but not quite amazing, which is a fine spot for any character to be. He relies on difficult frame traps and picking the right move at the right time to either finish a combo or extend it, and nothing of his is too overpowering. He's honest, you could say. I'm sure we'd all like for Melee's sake to have some sort of combo that has to do with Reflector. It doesn't have to be a great or a kill combo, but maybe just a mix-up or a combo extender under certain circumstances would just be kinda nice. And if I could ask for one thing, is that one of his throws eventually kill. I'm not asking for a Ness back throw killing at 80. I just want something like Marth's up throw, which isn't great, but it will eventually kill around 200 or 210. Maybe one of Fox's throws do that too, like, I don't know, forward throw or back throw. It doesn't even have to be up throw, but that'd be okay too. Falco. I think we'd all like Falco to be good, right? Useful, at least. See him for once outside of a friendly with Keitaro. First off, if he really prefers the air, he'd better be able to do something when he's up there, because the Burb can't combo, juggle, or get in very well at all. That ain't Falco though. That ain't Falco. I'm not saying he needs short hop lasers or pillar combos, but my man needs something. All his aerials have too much lag and doesn't have a single kill combo really. Give him something like forward throw off stage into dare from like only 70 to 85-ish%. Nothing, too broad of a percentile range, situational, and still requires timing. Just give him like one thing that's easy and then kind of build up from there. Pikachu. He's pretty okay. Nothing wrong really stands out with Pikachu. Amazing combos across all percents, jab blocks, aerial combos, ground combos, great things out of throws, strong smashes with follow-ups into them, a good projectile, small hurt box, so a lot of moves miss him, and he's quite light, comparatively. Can't say he really needs a change. And that's part 3 of my buffs and nerfs balance wish list from going Smash 4 to Smash 5. Let me know what you guys think about the characters that I mentioned down below, and we'll see you next time for more.